Good evening and welcome to Ville News. I'm your host, Kevin Lynch, alongside Sanai Browning, here to give you the latest local, state, and national headlines. Coming up in this episode, we have updates on a deer breaking into Park City Mall, midterm results, and updates on Elon Musk's Twitter purchase. Stay tuned because Ville News starts now.
A JCPenney in Park City Mall was forced to close last Thursday due to a runaway deer. The deer was originally walking near the building and grew agitated when it noticed people were nearby, leading it to slam its head against the glass door near Qdoba. The deer was already injured and left a trail of blood that led into the JCPenney. The buck allegedly broke a mirror inside the store after finding its way into a dressing room. Mall security and staff members barricaded the deer inside of the dressing room, where wildlife conservation officials shot and killed the animal. Bob D'Angelo, a spokesperson for the Pennsylvania Game Commission, explained that game officials couldn't tranquilize it due to the upcoming rifle hunting season. No one was harmed during the altercation.
A Lancaster city business has dedicated themselves to employing females finding refuge in the United States. Stroopy's, a business in downtown Lancaster that makes Dutch stroopwafel cookies, has turned into a sweets shop into a safe haven. While providing employment, the business is also providing one-on-one classes during the workday for the women to learn English. Jenny Groff, one of the co-owners, emphasized that the business wants to provide meaningful employment and thriving wages for women who are forced to flee their homelands. The business wants to support mothers and women who care for their family and hopes to add a daycare for its employees in the future. Stroopy's has employed around 60 total refugees as of November 1st. Now let's head to Valentina Zamora for a quick forecast. Val, what can we expect for the weather this week?
Well, Kevin, right now we are in our peak fall weather. We are looking at 54 to 58 degrees today specifically. Here overlooking Lancaster City, we can see sunny skies, a little bit of clouds, and a little chilly, but perfect for any sweater weather coming up, especially for early November. Looking at this weekend, or well, right now, we can see again, it's 54 to 58 degrees, sunny and very, very seasonable. Looking into tonight, we have going into this 36 to 40 degrees, so it's definitely gonna get a little chillier, but it's gonna be very clear with a partial cloudy overnight. And looking into tomorrow, it's gonna shoot up a little bit into the 60s. We have 62 to 66 degrees, partly sunny and very warm. So something we have been seeing trending over the past couple of days. Now, as we get into Thursday night, we see the 50 to 54 degrees, mostly cloudy, late mid shower. So it's starting to rain again, but it's all right because in Friday, we're gonna stop the rain and we're gonna see 66 to 70 degrees. It will be muggy, it will be windy, it will be rainy, but after that, it should be clear skies from there. I will be back with you guys with the full weather forecast after this.
When we get back, we'll have updates on a mystery illness at an Eastern Pennsylvania school. Ville News will be right back. 48 students and adults at a charter school in Eastern Pennsylvania have fallen ill due to an unknown sickness. Emergency responders were sent to the Lehigh Valley Academy Regional Charter School in Hanover after nearly a dozen people were reported sick in one of the school's three buildings on Friday, November 4th. The building housing the 7th through 12th grade students was evacuated out of caution. The rest of the buildings continued normal operations. Officials checked for oxygen, carbon monoxide, flammable gases, and hydrogen fluoride, but found all within normal ranges. A hazardous materials visual inspection did not reveal anything out of sorts. Air quality specialists are scheduled to evaluate the building within the coming days. Most of the ill taken to hospitals for evaluation have been released as of Friday night.
Election day has come and passed in Pennsylvania. The governor and Senate positions were trending very close in the polls, leading to both being a toss-up. The Associated Press has called the governor position, declaring Josh Shapiro as the winner with a near 56% of the vote, with Doug Mastriano following at 42.4%. The Senate race was much closer, with John Fetterman coming out as the victor with about 51% of the vote compared to Mehmet Oz's 47%. As of November 9th at 1 p.m., the Republican Party has won 8 of 17 House seats, and the Democratic Party has won 8 as well. There's still 1 seat left in the House to win for either party. Votes are still being counted around the country to see who will take the House and the Senate. So, Sanai, how are you feeling about the weather this week? It's getting a little colder, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it was very weird because like on Monday, it all of a sudden became like warm. We got like 70, 71, and then all of a sudden, like today, it was like freezing. And I don't understand. It was very, very weird, right?
I hope something will happen soon, though.
Yeah, we'll definitely be hearing it from Val. So let's go to Valentina Zamora with the local weather.
Thanks, Sanai. So looking up here, we can see there's a cold front kind of coming in here in the Canadian area, typical for this time of year. And down below where Florida is, you can see that there is some precipitation happening. This is set for tomorrow, which is Thursday, where we will be incoming with some of that rain overnight into Friday, which will be muggy and rainy. But again, it won't be for too long. Looking into our 3-day outlook once again, Wednesday we will have a high of 56 with a low of 38. Thursday we will have a high of 64 with a low of 52. So again, within those 50 to 60 range. Friday we will be again rainy and muggy with our 68 to 60 degrees, so maybe a little humid. Looking at our 7-day outlook, we are seeing, sorry, there's a chair there. Looking at our 7-day outlook, we are seeing Saturday with sunny and partly cloudy skies, 62 degrees with a low of 38. Sunday, we have partly sunny with some more clouds, 46 with a low of 30. So we're getting into our chillier era. And then on Monday and Tuesday of next week, we are hitting our mid-40s. So make sure you bundle up because it's going to start getting cold. But don't worry because the sun will be out, even though it's being covered by a little bit of clouds. At least we won't have any midnight rain. This weather is brought to you by the Millersville Meteorology Department. Be tuned. Make sure to stay tuned at millersville.edu/weather center for all of the weather updates. Back to you guys at the desk.
When we get back, updates on Elon Musk's Twitter purchase and a deadly stampede in Seoul, South Korea. Ville News will be right back. The National Park Service has issued a Facebook post warning people to stop licking toads. On November 1st, the National Park Service warned hikers and other national park visitors to exercise caution around the Sonoran desert toad, also known as the Colorado desert toad. The toad is found across the southwest United States. The Sonoran desert toad measures up to 7 inches and is one of the largest toads found in North America. The toads can secrete potent toxins that can make humans sick if they touch the toads or put the toads in their mouth. It's also recommended to keep pets away as well, as the toxins from one toad may be enough to kill a fully grown dog.
Gunfire was reported at a Seattle high school on Tuesday morning. Ingraham High School went on lockdown after a gunman reportedly shot one student. It has not been announced if the suspect was a student or not. One student was shot and taken to the hospital where they were treated but later died. The victim has not been identified to the press. Officers arrived at the scene within 4 minutes of the report. Seattle Public Schools and Superintendent Brett Jones believes it to be a targeted attack. After-school activities were canceled Tuesday afternoon, and classes are planned to resume Thursday morning. The male suspect was apprehended without resistance by police at a nearby bus stop at 11:10 a.m. Tuesday morning.
That's all we have this week for Ville News. Thanks for watching, and make sure to tune in next week for the latest local, state, and national headlines.